Michael, 3 straight games, 30-plus points. Just what have you been feeling when you're out on the floor in these 3 games this past week?
Yeah, I mean, I just think we're just the continuity of our offense, I think guys are just getting used to playing with each other. You know, it's leading to some good looks for me. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm getting a lot of easy looks at the rim. And then from there, I'm able to make some jumpers. So I'm trying to focus on playing inside out, and it's easy playing with guys like Clax, Dede, Wolf, Yegor. They find me for easy looks, so I think that's really it.
What do you like with how your chemistry is evolving with Nick on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, I just told them we're getting better and better at reading the defense, you know, if they're in a drop, if they're up, and I can hit them in the pocket early. If they're, you know, and I feel like we're just learning each other's game a little more. He's looking for me out on the floor. When the ball gets stuck, we're getting into easy action, which we weren't doing early in the season. We were kind of getting stuck a lot. So I just feel like we're flowing better and we're kind of getting used to each other more.
Oh, I was just going to ask, could you kind of expand on your comfort, especially with like the DHOs with Clax? I mean, it's clearly becoming more and more of a weapon for you guys.
Yeah, I think it's really just reads. We play a lot of split action. When teams try to switch, you know, that's when you got to read it and either slip to the basket, cause confusion, another guy can get a shot. And when they don't switch, I'm able to just come off cleanly, and even if they're on my hip, I'm able to turn the corner or just raise up and shoot the ball. So it's all reads. Something I've really been doing my whole career, been pretty good at my whole career. And then these guys make it easy. You know, if 2 guys come to me, it's easy for Clax to just keep it and go to the rim and dunk the ball. So I just feel like we're getting better and better as a team reading that offense.
Have you felt I guess, psychological difference on the court this year, knowing that you're probably going to touch it on most possessions, which was not necessarily the case in Denver?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, you know, some people are kind of wired different. And for me, my whole career growing up playing basketball, I was a rhythm player. I was a tough shot maker, and I was a rhythm basketball player. And once I feel in rhythm, then I feel very comfortable taking difficult shots. And I just felt like in Denver, you know, we were so stacked. A lot of guys had to have a lot of sacrifice. And I just didn't really feel, you know, in rhythm all the time, you know, because we had so many weapons. And some of those tougher shots that I'm capable of making, I think we could probably find a better shot in Denver. You know, you have Nikola Jokic, and we could probably find a wide open shot. But when I'm in rhythm, I feel very comfortable taking tougher looks. So I think that's just psychologically touching the ball throughout the game. Being in rhythm, that's when I can kind of go on little runs of scoring the ball at a high rate. And I feel like over here that's dependent on. And so it's easy for me to kind of get in rhythm quicker, I feel like.
Hey, Mike. To have 20 turnovers in a game where you led by as many as 28 and eventually won by 18, what does that say about you guys' level of offense tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had too many turnovers. We got to clean some of that up. But, like, when we can get a shot up at the rim, it not only helps our offense, but it helps our defense, because when we are getting good shots at the rim, you know, transition defense is better. We got to cut down the turnovers, but overall offensively to score 120 and have 20 turnovers, that's pretty good. So I feel like offensively, like I've said, we're really starting to get the hang of our offense, figure out the reads, and I mean, you can feel it as a group that we're getting better. And I knew going on into the season, like, we had a young group and it was going to take some time, but I feel like we've done a really good job of really just getting better over the course of the season. And I feel like we're a completely different team right now than we were game 1 through 7, 1 through 8, you know.
You guys are 5-2 when you score 30 or more points. Do you think you are starting to show that you can be an efficient and reliable first or second option on the team?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, every team requires different things. You know, in Denver, I wasn't relied upon to carry the scoring load. Over here, I'm touching the ball more. So I feel comfortable sacrificing for the betterment of the team. And I also feel very comfortable doing what I've done my whole life and having the ball in my hands and making plays and making shots. So, yeah, neither one is wrong, but definitely 2 completely different roles that I feel comfortable in.
Prior to coming here, you spoke about how you felt like your game plateaued in Denver, that you felt you could provide more. With the way you've been playing recently and how easily the offense is flowing, do you feel like being here has unlocked the next part of your game?
I mean, you know, some players, when they're put kind of in a certain type of box, then they only focus on shooting those shots in their workouts or doing those things. But I was always a player that always worked on different things and went and played in open gyms and still tried to dominate and shoot different shots than I knew that I would shoot in the Denver system. So I feel like I prepared myself for an opportunity like this. And mentally, like I feel very comfortable being depended on and being a leader. That's something I've done from a very young age, playing basketball. But as you know, in the NBA, there's a lot of guys who have been the man at some point in their career. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. But I'm not going to say it's unlocked part of my game because I feel like I'm doing the same things I could do. I just feel like I'm being relied upon more play calls for me. And Jordy's doing a great job putting the ball in my hands. And these guys are super easy to play with. So I think it's just what comes with more shot attempts. Like, I feel like I'm probably shooting around the same percentage on my shots. I'm just shooting more shots. So that's really the biggest difference, I think.
Mike, I'm just wondering, you know, playbook back on the Nuggets with Jokic being, you know, such a good passer and Danny Wolf kind of mimicking his game pretty much. Like, did you and Jordy talk about maybe, you know, having the same or running the same plays when Danny Wolf is on the court?
You know, Jordy was in Denver for some years, so Jordy knew kind of how that offense ran. He was very familiar with my strengths as a player. And Danny has just, the last few games, really shown like he's NBA ready. He's ready to contribute to winning right now and being depended on. And, you know, Jordy's very comfortable putting the ball in his hands. We're all very comfortable as Danny's teammates have putting the ball in his hands. And so he's definitely a unique player. You know, I feel like him, Sengun, and Nikola, all kind of the same, like, you know, just big bodies that can put the ball on the floor, pass, shoot. And so he's definitely unique, and it's really fun playing with him. He makes the game very easy. So, I mean, it's different play calls than Denver, but a lot of similar structure when some of our big guys have the ball in their hands and they can make some of those passes and those plays.